This is Swiss and Chips, your British guide to Switzerland.
Hello and welcome to Swiss and Chips. I'm Joe.
And I'm Simon.
And it's been a while, hasn't it? We've been super duper busy. But we've got a great episode for you today. It's all about St. Moritz.
St. Moritz.
Exactly. We visited in
the top of the world.
No, isn't that the Jungfraujoch?
Oh, yeah, true.
Anyhow, it's very high, it's very cold, and it's a super interesting place to go. We visited it in January, and we were looking for somewhere to go for a winter holiday. We weren't planning on going skiing, I should say. And I said, how about we go to St. Moritz?
Yeah, true. So today we talk a little bit about why we would go there and so on, and how to get there and what to do there.
Well, I thought it would be a good idea to go to St. Moritz because it's one of those places that you hear about in Switzerland that people go and see. It's very famous, but it's also very far away. So in the almost 12 years that I've lived here, I've never been there. So I thought it's about time. There's kind of maybe three main reasons I guess people would go if we exclude skiing, which you could, of course, go for. Skiing,
okay.
The skiing
Intriguing. Let me guess.
Yep, go on.
Three main reasons. So expensive shopping.
Yes.
Second would be the nature.
Yes.
Or the lakes.
I called it frozen lakes, but yes, the nature,
lake.
you could say.
The third one could be, is there any food or anything?
They have food, but...
but not because of the food then.
No, I didn't put that.
Horse things. This they make the polo on the frozen lake or the horse races.
That's somewhere else. Where is that?
No, it is there. It is in St. Moritz.
Oh, it is, yeah, true. You're right. Okay, but well, this wasn't on when we were there.
Okay, then I don't know what the third one would be.
It is Vintage Winter Olympics sightseeing.
Oh, true. Yes, absolutely true. Because the Winter Olympics were there twice, which were in 1928 and...
1948.
Yeah, true.
Yay,
so quite a while ago, but everything is still there and basically still in use.
Exactly. So lots of reasons to go, really.
Yeah, and speaking of which, while we were there, the how's it called? Rotel in English. How's it called? Sledging.
Yeah.
But on the front.
The skeleton.
Yes, was on. And who was there? Surprise, surprise, a British school.
Yeah, it was British University Challenge weekend.
Yeah, that was really fun.
So how to get there is maybe one of the most important things.
Quiet now.
This is also maybe a reason to go because the way to get there is so interesting. You can either get the train, and it's on the Glacier Express line. If you want to go all in and take the very long route from Zermatt, you can do that.
In just 7.5 hours.
Yeah. Embodying the word express.
Yeah, the slowest express.
Or you can just get the normal train. But either way, the scenery is going to be amazing out the window, so don't go to sleep. Or if you drive like we did, it took how long from Bern? About 4 hours?
4 hours, yeah, from Zurich, so it will be 3 hours.
Yeah, so not too far. Far enough, let's put it like that. And at the end, just before you get to St. Moritz, there is an amazing mountain pass, the Julia Pass.
Oder? Yeah.
Which...
Oder?
And it had amazing views. I mean, we've driven over quite a few mountain passes, but this was so nice. And when we got to the top, there was an ice sculpture.
Yeah, we will put a picture on our
it was really
website.
Worth going.
Yeah.
Breathtaking.
Yeah.
So the trip there in itself is very nice. One thing to say though, and this was a bit of a surprise for me, is that the village, I guess you can call it a village, of St. Moritz, is actually not that nice.
No, I also didn't like it. I have to be said.
And since we've been, I've said that to a few people and they said, yeah, it's true, isn't it? I thought, what?
Yeah,
I thought the village was going to be, either on the one hand, a kind of blend of like old buildings and designer shops or something. Or just something, but it was very unwelcoming. The buildings are not that nice. Obviously, there are a few nice buildings.
Yeah, you would expect traditional Swiss wooden chalets or something, but there were only very few, and it looked a bit like after the second Winter Olympics, they built everything out of concrete, as many buildings as possible.
Yeah, not so cool. There's a really big famous hotel there, which is, of an individual style, I guess we can say.
Yeah.
But that would obviously be a cool place to stay. But we actually didn't stay in St. Moritz itself. And in the end, I was glad we didn't because I think we missed out. We stayed just outside in a place called Iischzapfä, I guess you can pronounce it. You could either get the bus into the village or you could drive like we did. There's lots of car parks. And I don't think we missed out by staying just outside personally.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously also much more expensive if you stay in St. Moritz and quite hard to find a place at that time as well.
Yeah.
So this was good, I think.
It was good, yeah. There were lots of people with skis in our hotel and they got the bus shuttle and they seemed pretty happy about it. So I would recommend that. The thing that was really awesome while we were there, which was in January, was that the lakes were frozen over. And this was amazing. You can walk on the lakes. Yeah. You can ice skate on the lakes. Oh, it was just so cool.
And there are many lakes around.
Yes.
There are big lakes right there and
Silver
outside.
Plana.
Yeah.
We also went...
huge lakes. And you can walk and cross-country skiing on them. Some of them did. And there are also smaller lakes.
Yeah, we went on a little walk through some snow to a much smaller lake that's close to it, the Lake of Stas, as we call it in English. Yeah. Sounds very unromantic when you say it like that. But anyhow, that was super nice. A very, very snowy pass to get there. And once we got there, it was much quieter than on St. Moritz Lake. Kind of smaller, had like a little food stall there, a little restaurant.
Ice skating rink.
They've got ice skating, people doing cross-country skiing around as well. That's really nice.
They've got nice winter walks as well, nicely prepared, and you can walk through the woods and everything. Obviously, this year also has to be said at the end of last year, there was massive snow coming to Switzerland, so everything was white, so it was very, very nice.
It was very Narnia-like.
Yeah, but seeing as it's very high, it's quite high, and so the chance of having a snowy atmosphere is quite high as well, especially in January, I think.
Exactly. I was going to say, if you're planning on going, I would really go in kind of peak winter season to make sure that you can walk on the frozen lakes.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And the other thing that was pretty great when we went was that we walked around these old Winter Olympic sites. And as you were saying earlier, everything was running when we got there, which I didn't expect.
Yeah.
There were people, you can just stand and watch. People were doing the Cresta Run. And when we happened to go, it just happened to be...
Cresta Run, that's what I meant before. Yeah, that's what they did. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. They happened to be dressed in their traditional clothing and were all going. You could just stand and watch it.
Yeah, and then on the other side was the bobsleigh.
Yeah, the bob run.
Bob run, yeah.
And you can also just walk up to that and watch it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
And I really didn't expect to be able to get so close to it and actually see it in action.
Yeah.
So I think this is very cool.
What I found a bit difficult is we tried to find a nice place to eat or to have lunch or anywhere or have a cafe or a drink. Or there were these at the lakes here and there. We could find some places, like you said, at the frozen lake. We could find an outside place to have a cafe. But a coffee, but not much places to eat. No,
and this is another thing about the village. Very inhospitable. There aren't many cafes there. There was one nice place, which is the Hanselmann Bakery in the village.
That was fantastic.
That was really nice. It's got a tea room, has yummy things to eat. And kind of vintage winter sports inspired chocolate souvenirs.
Yeah.
Also loads of people in there in fur coats with little dogs. You know, it's very atmospheric.
Yeah, that's worth a visit. But speaking of which, so... what everyone wants to know, were there loads of famous and rich people around?
We didn't see any famous people, did we?
Well,
I mean, obviously we were there.
They were all hidden. We were there as well, yeah, true.
We were there. But yes, all the shops, pretty much, apart from Co-op, are designer shops.
Yeah, very expensive.
Almost all, them, I don't think I bought anything.
Chocolate?
I bought chocolate, yes. Yeah. It wasn't cheap, but it was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost all the shops are designer shops, designer snowwear, basically.
Some bike shops, but probably also not super, super cheap.
No. So yeah, there's a lot of wealth on display.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I think is the word
you
for
can
it.
see that people have money over there.
Exactly,
you can see, but...
Yeah. Latest designer trends in ski wear are on show.
Yeah. But all in all, how did you like the atmosphere? What do you think?
I loved it. I'm so glad we went. It's really, considering we didn't go skiing as well, there's loads of things to do there. It's very kind of well prepared for people who aren't skiing. Lots of spa hotels as well. There are horse-drawn sleighs going around. I mean, walking on a frozen lake in the Swiss Alps is really just a dream come true.
Yeah, and if you look around, it's just mountains everywhere. And
once you're standing on the lake, or even if you can't go on the lake, so let's say you're standing behind the lake and you look back at the village and it has the mountains up above. It's an amazing view.
Fantastic scenery, yeah, I agree. So I hear that you would recommend to go.
Definitely. Well worth it.
How about in summer? We have I haven't been in summer, so
Well, it's difficult to say without having been in summer.
I wouldn't say so. I would say it will be fantastic. I think the lakes will be amazing in summer.
true, yeah.
And then if you get up in the skiing region, which you can go as well in summer for hikes, must be fantastic. The
Yeah, it
views
would
on
be,
the
that's true.
lakes from the mountains, I think it will be extraordinary. Maybe not quite as nice as or as special like in winter, but must be great.
I'm sure it would also be amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
But so far winter's my number one there.
Right.
Good, so go. Check it out. If you've been, let us know what you thought about it and what you did. Did you also not like the village, or are we being too harsh?
Yes, exactly. Then we come to... the Swiss word. The Swiss
sounds so
word you
mysterious.
have to learn this week is icicle.
Huh? That sounds like English to
Well,
me.
say it in Swiss German. You know it.
Is it a Iischzapfä?
Almost. Iischzapfä.
Iischzapfä. Yeah, okay.
It's an ice cone, right?
Yeah, an ice cone, exactly.
Yeah. So there you go.
Say it again.
Iischzapfä. So Isch,
Yep.
ice, Zapfä, cone.
Nice. Like it. Good word.
There
Yeah.
you go. That's it then for this week.
Yes, so
Now
thanks
you
for
have
listening.
time to practice.
Exactly. And if you're listening for the first time, or if you're not even listening for the first time, don't forget to check out our Facebook group, Switzerland for English Speakers. Lots of people in there who have maybe been to St. Moritz before and have tips, advice, questions, etc. to chat about with you.
As well as we always like to hear from you, write an email at hello@swissandchips.com or talk to us on Twitter. I'm sure you will find us on our website, which is called swissandchips.com.
Thanks for
Don't
listening.
forget to subscribe. Bye.